It is 8 o'clock, guys. Evening, everybody. Welcome to the call. Time for us to get started. So, Monday nights, we know that Monday night calls are always a great call because we get to hear from someone who's been there and done it with IM Academy. He's been with us now for more than 5 years. He's built a huge team around the world. He's one of the senior ranking chairmen within the company. And more importantly, for Simon, myself, and for a lot of you guys, he's become a friend in the time that we've been with us because he's been here to help us every single step of the way, from the days when we knew absolutely nothing and right through to the point where we thought we knew it all, and he still stuck around when we messed things up as well. And he's been there and helped and support. He's here to help every single one tonight. So I'm going to not say any more. I'm going to pass it right over to him. Chairman 50 from Salt Lake City, Utah. Brandon, over to you, my friend.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you guys having an absolutely fantastic Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. I know we had some good stuff going on my weekend. We did a couple Super Saturdays. I did the chairman mentorship call last night. So hopefully you guys got some good value to that. I'm excited to be able to share with you today some thoughts I'm actually be sharing this week. Wanted to share it with you guys specifically. And it's really, how do I get more people to presentations? A lot of things are opening up now between the Zooms, the live events and stuff. Certain places a little bit more shut down, but a lot of people are starting to do live events now. Just as an example, I have 4 Super Saturdays in person the next 45 days or so in different states here in the US. And so what I really wanted to cover was how to actually get more people to presentations, whether it's a Zoom call like this, whether it's to get them to watch a video or attend a live event, because I've been really good at promoting and actually getting people to show up. And one of the things I want to share with you guys is that your mission is not to get everyone to see a presentation. Now, some people think that, but the reality is your mission is to find people who are open. See, the reality is that not everyone's open. They're not open to trading. They don't understand trading. They think it's gambling. They're not open to network marketing. They think it's a pyramid scheme, okay? So you don't want everyone on a presentation. You want people that are open-minded. Remember, we always talk about sorting. You're looking for people who are a good fit for what we are doing. And guess what? The reality is not everybody is. They don't have that entrepreneurial mindset. They just want to stay in a job, which is fine. So you are looking for people who are wanting to get out of that situation, who want time freedom, financial freedom, and stuff like that. So I tell people, you got to find people who are a good fit, teachable, coachable, willing to learn, willing to be corrected. Okay. Those are the people that I work with. And I tell people up front before I even sign them up, I want to make sure that this is something that you're willing to put in 5 days a week. If you can't commit that to me, you can either sign up with somebody else or maybe we just forego the thing. And the reason why I say that, it's not to be rude. It's if I'm going to spend my time working with that person, I want to make sure, even if it's just a customer and not an IBO, that they're willing to put in the time, because it takes time to have success. And guess what? That's okay. The other thing is you want to have posture. You want to have confidence. You don't want to convince people. You don't want to persuade people, because what will happen is you'll bring them in and they'll come in one door and they'll go out the back door. Easy come, easy go. They don't feel invested. They've only invested a couple $100. Doesn't work. Not a big deal. They move on and do something else. Okay. So you want to have posture in that they need what we have. Whether they get started or not, you actually don't care. Now, in the back of your mind, you may care because you're like, I need the commission, I need to hit the ranks. But you have the posture that whether they get started or not, I'm going to kill this thing. In fact, I'm already killing this thing, whether it's the trading, the building, or both. That's what you have to have, okay? Finding who's open, it actually takes all the pressure off. That's what it's done for me, okay? Because being an inviter is better than being a presenter. The presenter eventually makes the most money. But the reality is that when you're just inviting people to check something out or to talk to your mentor, that's actually a lot easier. That's how I started in the industry. That's how I started in this company, is I would invite people to check out what we were doing. What a lot of people do where they really screw up is they're trying to explain what we do. I'm telling you, it's very difficult to explain to people what a PIP is. It's very difficult to how to really to explain to people how trading works, how you pull money out of the market, where is the market, where's the money coming from, all those kinds of things. It's difficult to explain how direct sales and network marketing works. That's why I have people watch a video, webinar, or attend a live event. If you focus on being an inviter and not the professional presenter. You'll have more success. And frankly, it's going to make your life a lot easier. Okay. Because if they're not open, you don't want to try and turn them around. This is not sales. Sales, you go and you sell a product, right? And then you move on to the next customer. You don't need to quote stats to people that, man, this is $180 billion. They don't even care. They just don't care. $6.6 trillion a day trade. That doesn't mean anything to them. Okay. You don't need to beat them up and all that stuff. If they're not open to what we do, the best thing you could do is move on as quickly as possible. It'll actually save yourself a lot of frustration. I don't want to convince people to join what we do because they could end up becoming a real pain in the neck to deal with. All right. So my number one piece of advice is to say less to more people. If you guys were to actually watch me on video, when I actually talk to somebody or they talk to me, they're asking me questions. I don't actually say very much, whether it's at the gym, out and about, or online. If you were to actually see what I say, I don't say very much. When people say, well, what do you do for work? I trade. I make money in the largest financial market in the world. Oh, okay. What is it? I'm in a rush right now. So I go through this whole thing of getting them on a video webinar, attending a live event. Hey, we got a super Saturday this coming Saturday at 1:00. I can reserve you a seat. Can you be there? I've got some mentors. I've got some business partners in town who are absolutely crushing this. And I would love to invite you to see it. It's free. Okay. So I don't explain Forex. I don't explain crypto. I don't explain how the network market. I want the video. So I always focus on being the movie trailer, not the movie. I focus on being the messenger, not the message itself. Okay. And that'll make your life easier. To save you a lot of headache because you can't actually control who watches a presentation, but you can control how many people you reach out to. Think about that. Remember, I talked about yesterday, focusing on habits, not results. The easy thing to do is just focus on results, but you don't really want to focus on the habits it takes to get the results. They just want the championship belt, but they don't want to have to do the practice, right? Focus on how many people that you're actually reaching out to, the numbers, okay, and how many people you're inviting to a presentation, more so than if they like what's in the presentation, because that's not really something you can control, but you can control the numbers, okay? What's in your bank account, not every time, but what's in your bank account is a reflection of what you've been doing or not doing the last 5 years, okay? Simply use a video, use a webinar, use a live presentation and invite people to check it out. Okay? Keep the word invite. Be thinking of being a movie trailer. See, a movie trailer does enough to get you to the movie theater. Saturday, my wife and I went to see a movie. We saw a movie trailer. It was a little clip of about 1.5 minutes long, and we thought, that's pretty good. It didn't show us the whole movie, but it was enough to get $22 US out of our bank account and get us to go. And so we went. And so that was another example of they didn't need to show us the whole thing. They showed us enough to pique our interest to get us to get there. Okay, that's what you want to think about when you're thinking about promoting this. We have what's called the perfect invite. Okay, and I can give you guys documents for it, but it's real simple. Be in a hurry. Don't act like that you got all day to talk to people. Step 2 is to clear their schedule, which basically says, hey man, what are you doing on Saturday at 1:00? Okay. 3 is you want to add value, such as I'm launching a huge project and you're someone that I respect and look up to. I'd love to get your opinion on this. So if I reserve your seat, will you be there? Okay. Step 4 is to take it away. So this is where a person might say, you know, they might say, well, what is it? My response, like I said, I don't got a lot of time right now. Remember, because you're in a hurry, right? If yes, perfect. What's your email so I can get you registered, right? Be in a hurry, clear their schedule, add value, and take it away. If it's for a video or webinar, that could be different. It depends on if the person's business minded. Is this someone who's into crypto, someone who's into Forex, someone who's into network marketing? What about none of those things? What about someone who's a regular friend who you're not sure of what their specific interests are? What about a friend who is into trading? Maybe they've done it in the past. Maybe they didn't have a good experience. Maybe a friend who's done network marketing before. Okay. I have scripts for this. In fact, I'll go ahead and put it in the chat here for you guys. Because I want you guys to have access to some of the stuff I use. I'm going to type this in the chat. What is IM.info/scripts? Okay. you can actually use that as a way to text people, Instagram, or Facebook, to at least get a conversation started, depending on the relationship with that person. Some of them, it might be cold market, okay, where you haven't talked to that person before, but you're wanting to find out information. The takeaway from today is, if I want to get more people to more presentations, I'm going to say less to more people, and I'm not going to focus on getting the people the details. I'm going to focus on being the inviter. I'm telling you guys, we got a guy on the team. I'm not going to give you his name, but he hit Chairman 10 on our team, and he never actually did a presentation. What happened is he invited people to get in front of his mentor on webinars, videos, and live events. He never actually did a presentation, and he hit Chairman 10. This guy's like 23 years old, and he told us up on stage. He said, I never did a presentation. So you need to know that if you really want to have success, focus on not saying a lot to people. Focus on saying to more people very little, okay? Because they need the visual. They need to see something, because if you're trying to explain it, they're going to say, can you just send me a website? Do you have a video? Why not just start with that? Okay, start with something very simple, quick and straight to the point. Be in a hurry. Focus on being the inviter. Focus on being the messenger. Focus on being the movie trailer, and you'll start to see more success. Guys, this is coming from an individual who has over 800 personal enrollments. That's almost Chairman 25 just on personal enrollments if no one did anything. Okay, so I know how this works and how you can attract people to you by the person that you become, because success is attracted by the person that you become. It's not something to be pursued. The stuff that you put on your social media, that makes a difference. If they're seeing you arguing about politics and religion and all these other sensitive subjects for people, they're not going to want to join your deal. Okay, put stuff on there that's uplifting, maybe mixing a little bit of stuff that's funny on there. Show people what this is doing for you. Show people in a compliant way results that people are getting using our services. And that's what's going to help get more people to your presentations. With that, Roger, I'll turn it back to you. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Thanks for that, Brandon. I couldn't agree more with that. One thing that I do find with people when they get started in this business is that people just talk way too much. They try to explain everything when they haven't learned it yet. And it's like, if you got a brand new job as a car mechanic, and then someone said, what do you do? Someone you didn't know said, what do you do? Would you try to explain how to take a gearbox apart? You wouldn't do it. It's crazy. But people try to do that with this. We're getting so much better results talking to people right now, since we said to people, tell people you're in a hurry. What are you doing at 7:30? The results are going through the roof. Keep it simple. This isn't a difficult business, and too many people complicate it. And when we start to simplify things, we get much better results. So that said, keeping it simple. We're not going to talk much more about that right now. We do have another call that's going to happen tomorrow night. And tomorrow night, we had a really exciting week last week. Because last week, Brandon, Simon, and myself were talking to someone who we want to bring on board and want to bring on board as an educator for us. Now, in the first instance, what we're going to do is we're going to do a period where we're going to trial him and we're going to test everything that he does. I've known this guy for 2 years. I know how good this guy is. Simon's known him for 12 months. Last week, Brandon got the chance to meet him, and we really wanted Brandon to meet him because Brandon knows so much more about trading than Simon and I do put together. So we wanted Brandon's opinion. Brandon, can you just tell us your opinion when you were on that call last week?
First of all, I was very impressed. And we do get a lot of people that come to us, hey, I want to be an educator and stuff like that. And I'm not the approval guy. I'm one of the educators myself as well. So, but I was impressed. First of all, he's got a long track record of success, working with different brokerage firms and stuff like that. Very professional, seminar speaker, trainer, workshop guy, knows what he's doing, trades a lot of the different things of Forex, crypto, futures, stocks, stuff like that. So he's got a lot of experience. So I would definitely highly recommend to jump on that call. I think you'll find that with his age and his experience, that you'll find somebody who's very professional that can really add a lot of value to the team. So I'm going to be on there as well.
Fantastic. And when Brandon says his age is half that of Simon and mine. But the guy's still very, very experienced. So what he's going to do tomorrow night is he's going to show us how he makes money trading. And he's going to do a special training for us. And this is, he doesn't like to repeat his trainings. He likes to make it new. He spent the whole weekend preparing this for us. He says he's going to make sure that he's going to give us a show that you're going to want to remember. He's going to tell us how he makes money. He's going to tell us how he keeps the money that he makes, which I think is hugely important, because I see so many people that just fritter their money away because they get hooked on placing another trade, another trade, another trade, another trade, and they don't keep it. He's going to show you how to make money, how to keep it, and how to compound it. And he's going to show you how he turned his original start into a vast amount of money in his first 12 months in this industry. And he's been doing this now for many, many, many years. So tomorrow night's call is going to get started at 8 p.m. UK time. We've already put the link in our different groups. I've also sent it over to Brandon. So if you can't find the link in the group, speak to the person who's invited you onto this call, or speak to your upline about it. But the links are out there, and I will repost them all over again. Honestly, guys, last Thursday we did a call, and we sort of tempted some of you guys and said, this is what we're going to be talking about. And when we said we were going to talk to people about it, we said, let's let people about it. We had 93 people on that call right then, just talking about it then. Going to be a big call tomorrow. We're expecting 200 plus. Sean's asking if I can put the link in there. Yeah, give me 1 minute, Sean, and I will put the link into the chat here for you. But it's going to be really, really special. So, Simon, whilst I sort that link out, is there anything that you want to touch on? You said you wanted to talk about testimonials as well.
Yeah, basically, when people do their testimonials on our weekly presentation calls, you're mentioning your first trade you've ever made. We've got to stop that. You've got to mention your current trade, because otherwise you're never going to do any other trades. Now, the thing is, none of us make money from people trading. We make money from people enjoying their profits and being on subscription to get. That's where we make the money. So we need to turn around and say, okay, you need to say how much money you made last week, last month, whatever. But it cannot be the same one time after time. It becomes stale. I will just say one thing that Roger and I spoke about before, and I'm not going to say the number, Roger, but you turned around and said to me, oh, I did a Simon. I asked Yoda a Simon question. How much is your lot size? And Roger turned around to me and said, what do you reckon this lot size is, Simon? I said, is it something ridiculous like 10 euro? No. Way more than that. Way long. How many thousand did he make in that trade? That's just an indication. That's not lots.
This is not sort of breaching any compliance rules, but I talked about a trade that he was looking at today, and this particular trade was too late for us. We've missed the entry on it, so we didn't send the trade out to us. But it was a trade on US 30, and he said it's going well. He said I'm 7.5 grand up on it right now, 7,500 euros up on it right now. If it hits take profit, it'll be 21.5. I've already raised my stop loss, so the worst thing that can happen is I'll only make $1,500 or 1,500 euros on it. And I asked the question about lot size, and I knew what Simon would ask, and yeah, he turned around. Simon's talking about just doing 10 standards on it. It was substantially more than that. Here's what it tells you. We're not saying that because we want you to think that this is a big hitter trader. What it tells you is he is spectacularly confident in his own abilities. This is a guy who knows what he's doing. Just the same as Brandon invited us on calls when we first started working with Matty Thayer. And we saw Matty placing huge trades on HFX. And we sort of went, we can't imagine placing that. But Matty knows what he's doing. He's confident. he started small, he built it up. So's Dennis. Dennis started with a small account. He started placing his trades in the same place as you are. And now he's taken it to that next level. And the lot size was just enough to make me gasp. It's enough to make Simon jealous because Simon wants to jump into doing those same trades the same immediately. I keep telling him he's a lunatic. Do not do that. Have proper risk management in place. It's hugely important. But he's really big on good risk management as well. So we're going to show you that tomorrow. The link is now in the chat. So if you want to see it right now, get the link there. Tomorrow night's call, I honestly think will be exceptional. I'm really looking forward to it. Brandon wants to see just how good he is training. I've seen some of his videos as well. You're going to love it. The guy lives in Cyprus, but he's actually Serbian by descent. He speaks Greek, he speaks Serbian, he speaks Russian, and his English is probably better than ours. So you're going to have a real good time watching him. Please make sure that you're going to be on tomorrow. And if you've got people who are looking at this business and they want to see how you can make money with Forex, this is someone that you need to listen to, because he's going to be doing education. Excuse me. He's going to be doing education for us. He's going to be doing Zoom events until we can actually travel. I was listening to you, Brandon. You're talking about going to the cinema and everything. We can't even. Cinemas are closed over here. We can't do that. So we can't do live events yet. But eventually, they're going to reopen. When events reopen, when hotels reopen, everything else, we can do live events. We're going to do live events over here. And when we do live events over here, we've already spoken to Dennis, and he can't wait to come over and teach us how he's doing it. So this is going to be phenomenal. In the first instance, in his early days with IM Academy, he's going to be working just with the winner's circle. Eventually, we've got to the point where we've got a track record that we can take to Chris Terry and the decision makers. Then eventually we're looking at getting him on to go live. But for the moment, we've got him all to ourselves. So enjoy it, make the most of it. Any questions, anybody? No? Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to wrap it up right now. Charlie, how can you enjoy him? Join us tomorrow night and see what he has to say. And we will see you all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. EST. See you then. Bye, everybody.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.